My wife's friends dared her to fake a breakup to test me. What I said next made her run from the room sobbing. I came home early and heard my wife Angela rehearsing her breakup speech. Then I heard Autumn's voice coaching her through it. So I just say I need space to find myself? Angela asked. Tears if you can manage them, Autumn instructed. We need to see if he'll actually fight for you or if he's coasting on autopilot like most husbands. I froze. This wasn't relationship advice. This was a psychological experiment, and I was the lab rat. What if he just agrees to separate? The women laughed. Men always fight when they think they're losing their domestic setup. Remember Jessica's husband? Bought her that Cartier bracelet just to prove his devotion. I pulled out my phone and started recording. Then I quietly left. They wanted a test. They'd get one. 3 days later, Angela performed her rehearsed breakup over Sunday brunch. Her makeup looked tear-stained. Her voice trembled exactly like Autumn coached. Ryan, I need space to find myself. I'm losing who I am in this marriage. I took a bite of waffle. Okay, should we call a real estate agent today or wait until Monday? Her face went white. What? For selling the house. If we're separating, we'll need to divide assets. Oh, and we should figure out custody for Biscuit. Custody for our dog? Alternating weeks. After closing costs, we're looking at about $42,000 each for new apartments. I showed her my screen. Found this great divorce attorney. Jennifer Caldwell. 92% client satisfaction. Her practiced performance completely derailed. Over the next week, I moved to the spare bedroom, started apartment hunting, brought home brochures, froze our joint credit cards. I even asked her opinion on furniture for my bachelor pad. Angela's desperate attempts to walk it back started on day 3. Maybe I was too hasty. What if we tried a romantic getaway? A vacation together when you just said you need space from me? That's contradictory, Angela. What if we renewed our vows? Spend money on vows you already broke? That seems wasteful. By day 6, I casually mentioned dividing up our friend group post-divorce. That's when she finally broke. I don't actually want a separation. Then why did you say you did? She had no answer. That night, I finally played my hand at the Italian place where we'd had our first date. Angela had begged for this last chance dinner. I love you. I was an idiot for saying I needed space. I placed my phone on the table. Really? Because from what I heard, it seemed pretty calculated. What are you talking about? I pressed play. Her own voice. So I just say I need space to find myself? Autumn's. Tears if you can manage them. We need to see if he'll actually fight for you. You knew, she whispered, the whole time. Since Tuesday when I came home early and heard you plotting in our living room. Why didn't you say anything? Because I needed to see if you'd actually go through with it. I needed to know if the woman I married would betray me for her friend's entertainment. Please, Ryan. You weren't testing whether I'd fight for our marriage. You were testing whether you could manipulate me for entertainment. 2 days later, I crashed Autumn's book club, unannounced. 8 women stared at me. Angela looked absolutely horrified. Ladies, I'm here because this book club has been engaging in activities that have nothing to do with literature. I played the full recording. Their faces went pale as they heard their own voices. How many of you knew about this? How many coached Angela to psychologically torture her husband? 3 hands went up besides Autumn's. The others looked genuinely shocked. And how many of your husbands have been subjected to similar tests? Jessica, whose husband bought that Cartier bracelet. Stephanie, who got the Maldives trip. Michelle, suddenly staring at her wine glass. Your partners deserve to know their wives see them as ATMs and entertainment, not human beings. The room erupted. Women who hadn't been involved demanded explanations. Several grabbed their things, shooting disgusted looks at Autumn's inner circle. You're all toxic, one woman said. I thought this was about supporting each other, not destroying marriages. I turned to Angela. Tell them how it felt when I enthusiastically helped you plan our divorce instead of begging you to stay. He knew the whole time, she whispered. I destroyed everything. As I left, Angela called my name, her voice breaking. I didn't turn around. Autumn's book club dissolved. Several marriages ended. Mine survived, but something fundamental broke that never fully healed.